cold steel tasted of pine sap and regret. He lay perfectly still inside his tent, the blade balanced precariously on his tongue. One wrong move, one sudden noise from the darkness outside, and this solitary retreat could end in a gruesome accident. What had pushed him this far into the wilderness to this strange, dangerous ritual? This is the story of a man who thought survival was about conquering nature. He was about to learn the real battle was within himself. Welcome to THUY Survival Life. We invite you to listen to the story. It all began with a simple departure, an escape from a life that had become too loud. He packed his world into a few bags, each item a tool for disconnection. His own reflection seemed like a stranger, a man weighed down by unseen burdens. The lake was a gateway, a liquid mirror promising silence and a clean slate. His first catch felt like a victory, a tangible reward in a world that had offered him few. He held it up not just for its size, but as proof that he could still provide for himself. In his hands, the fish was a symbol of pure, uncomplicated success, a stark contrast to the failures he'd left behind in the city. Out on the water, the rhythmic cast of the line became a form of meditation. The boat was his entire universe, a small floating kingdom where he made all the rules. Each cast was a question sent into the deep, and each tug on the line was an answer. The world shrank to the size of this boat, this lake, this singular purpose. There was an elegant simplicity to it all, a welcome relief from life's complexities. Even the technology he brought served only this one purpose, to find what was hidden beneath the surface. And another, success. He smiled, but it was a quiet, private kind of joy. The water offered a sense of peace that the land no longer could. His net wasn't just for fish. It felt like he was trying to scoop up a piece of that tranquility. The look on his face is one of intense focus, as if he's solving a complex puzzle. He seems to be a man who finds comfort in precision, in tasks that have clear steps and definite outcomes. He carefully brings his catch aboard, a provider in a world of one. So, THUY. The routine settles in, a comforting loop of casting, waiting, and reeling. This repetition isn't boring. It's the rhythm of his newfound peace. Hour after hour, he performed the same motions, slowly emptying his mind of worries. There's a unique kind of patience required for this. It's a battle not with a fish, but with your own mind. The lake became his sanctuary, a place where time itself seemed to slow down. The reward for his patience was more than just a meal. It was validation. Every inch of the creature was a testament to his skill and persistence. Even a simple can of soda felt like a luxury out here, a small link to the world he'd abandoned. A bright red lure, a tiny beacon of hope cast into the murky depths. He consults his device, a modern tool and an ancient pursuit. The sun on his face, the gentle rocking of the boat. This was the healing he sought. He captures the moment, not for others, but for himself. A reminder that he was here. The camera lens becomes a second pair of eyes, studying his own reflection in the wild. As night falls, the journey back to shore feels like a voyage into the unknown. The wake of his boat is the only mark he leaves on the darkening water. The last light of day paints a scene of perfect, beautiful isolation. Back on land, he seems different. More grounded, more present. Inside a small cabin, the simple wooden table feels more honest than any desk he's ever known. He stares into the camera, but it feels like he's staring into a mirror, assessing the man he's becoming. His phone, once a source of constant stress, is now just a tool, fully under his control. He documents his journey, perhaps to understand it better himself. There's a quiet confidence in his eyes that wasn't there when he arrived. He has found a measure of peace in this solitude. Now he prepares for the night, a different kind of challenge. In the darkness, the world shrinks to the size of a single beam of light. He sits with his bounty, a provider contemplating his work. The fish lie on the table, their journey over. His has just begun. The preparation of food becomes a careful, deliberate ritual. Each slice is precise, an act of respect for the life that was taken to sustain his. This is survival at its most fundamental level. He improvises his cooking, using what the wilderness provides. Fire. THUY. The oldest tool, the oldest comfort. He cooks his meal, the flames a welcome companion in the growing darkness. He toasts to his solitude with a simple cup. What do you think he is thinking in this moment? A spoonful of his hard-earned meal tastes better than any restaurant feast. Eating becomes a mindful act, a moment of gratitude. Now he packs away his supplies, a man of order and routine. Every item has its place. In the wild, discipline is a survival tool. And then the strange ritual we saw at the beginning. Perhaps it's a test of nerve, a way to conquer fear in the lonely dark. Or maybe it's a way to feel intensely alive, on the razor's edge between control and chaos. The next morning he emerges seemingly renewed. His face is calm. Whatever demons he wrestled with in the night, he appears to have won. The rain begins to fall, but it doesn't dampen his spirits. It simply changes the texture of his solitude. A warm drink in the cool rain. A simple pleasure, magnified by the surroundings. He sits and watches the world, no longer a frantic participant, but a calm observer. His phone is in his hand, but he isn't scrolling. He's simply holding it. A cup of coffee becomes a profound luxury. His shelter provides more than protection from the rain. It provides a sense of security. He looks out at the lake, the source of his food and his peace. The small cabin stands as a quiet testament to self-reliance. He is at home in his temporary world. Wrapped in his sleeping bag, he has everything he truly needs. The simple act of sitting still is a skill he is relearning. His laptop is open, but it's for his own projects, not the demands of others. Once again he prepares his food with an almost surgical precision. The deliberate act of slicing meat connects him to the generations of ancestors who did the same. This is not a chore. This is the art of survival. He adds vegetables, a touch of civilization to his rustic meal. Each piece is cut with intention and care. He is creating not just a meal, but a moment of order. The vibrant colors are a feast for the eyes before they are for the stomach. This simple salad is a masterpiece of self-sufficiency. Physical labor, like chopping wood, helps to quiet the mind. As he walks, he seems to move with a new purpose. He allows himself a moment of levity, a brief crack in his serious demeanor. Even in solitude, a companion can make the journey feel different. He tends to his catch, a cycle of life and sustenance. Cooking outdoors requires a different set of skills, a dance with fire and air. He uses a smoker, adding another layer of flavor and complexity to his meal. The water reflects the endless sky, a canvas of tranquility. A small island stands alone, much like himself, a fortress of solitude. A simple sign offers a profound message. Stay safe. Safe from what? The wild or oneself? He returns to the dock, the dividing line between the wild and the tamed. He sets out again. The call of the water is too strong to resist. This has become his new reality. The beanie and sunglasses give him an air of anonymity. He's not his job title or his name. He's just a man. He has shed his old identity like a skin. The boat moves through the landscape, a temporary visitor in an ancient world. He rides the waves with an easy confidence now. Even near others, he seems to be in a world of his own. All. The dock is a brief stop, a temporary connection to the structured world. He finds his true comfort out on the open water. The fishing rod feels like an extension of his own arm. The man in the sunglasses looks cool and detached, but what is happening behind the lenses? He has found his rhythm, his place in this environment. He sits at the back of the boat, observing, thinking, and being. The lure hits the water, another question sent into the unknown. He walks along a man-made structure, a brief and awkward return to rigidity. Passing under a bridge is like passing between two worlds. He uses his phone, but his posture suggests he'd rather be holding his fishing rod. Is he checking in with the world he left, or just checking the weather? He's a captain of his small vessel, master of his own small fate. He turns the camera on himself, the main character in a story only he can write. Standing at the edge, he looks out at the vastness. It's a humbling perspective. Back on land, the campfire becomes the center of his world again. In the woods, his face seems etched with the patterns of leaves and light. He sits next to the fuel for his fire, a pile of potential warmth and light. This simple bench is his throne. He prepares his food with the raw, honest tools of the wild. Cooking over an open fire is an act of primal connection. He sits by the fire, a solitary figure lost in thought. The flames dance, telling stories older than mankind. The sizzling sound is the music of his survival. The grill is a simple technology, but it creates a masterpiece. There is a profound comfort in this scene. What would you do in this situation? A familiar red can, a splash of corporate color in a world of green and brown. He tends to his cooking with the focus of a master chef. Shared moments even in the wild can create powerful bonds. The process is just as important as the result. The delicious aroma fills the small clearing, a reward for his efforts. Again, the careful preparation, the transformation of raw ingredients into a meal. He eats with a quiet satisfaction, enjoying the fruits of his own labor. This is more than eating. This is refueling the body and the soul. The sight of meat on a grill is a primal, deeply satisfying image. He walks through the woods now, a man completely in his element. His posture is relaxed, confident. He belongs here among the silent, ancient trees. The forest has accepted him. He has learned its rhythms, its secrets. The knife in his hand is not a weapon, but a tool for creation. He points not in accusation, but in instruction, sharing his knowledge. Now he creates his home for the night, another fundamental act of survival. Setting up a tent is a sequence of logical steps, a puzzle he has mastered. From a pile of fabric and poles, a shelter emerges. He clears the ground, preparing the foundation for his temporary home. He stands beside his creation, a proud architect of his own small world. The final adjustments are made with care. He kneels before his shelter, a gesture of respect for the home it will provide. Inside, sleep is a deep, untroubled rest, earned by a day of hard work. The morning finds him once again surveying his domain. He has become the silent guardian of this small patch of woods. The forest has taught him things he could never learn in a city. It is time to return to the water, to the source. The cycle begins again, but he is a different man now. He holds up his catch not with surprise, but with the quiet confidence of an expert. The fishing rod waits patiently, a tool of his trade. He is no longer just a visitor here. He is a participant in the life of the lake. His movements are efficient, practiced, and calm. The boat glides across the water, a seamless extension of his will. He unhooks the fish with a gentle, respectful hand. A futuristic boat design feels out of place here, a reminder of the world he left. He uses his technology to navigate, blending the ancient with the modern. The view from the water offers a new perspective on the shore he just left. Another successful catch, another confirmation of his skill. This is no longer luck. Oh, this is mastery. He sits at the front of the boat, charting his course. The tools of his passion lie ready for action. He has found his purpose in this simple, repetitive act. The line is taut, a physical connection to the hidden world below. There's a deep satisfaction in this quiet, focused pursuit. A person holding a knife. Is it for preparing food or for something else? The campfire is a beacon of warmth and safety in the vast wilderness. Inside the tent, a private world of shelter and rest. His jacket and hat are like a uniform, defining his role in this environment. A single leaf, a perfect tiny piece of the immense natural world. He rests, his mind finally at ease. His beard has grown, a physical sign of his time away from civilization. He has become a part of the landscape. He stands by his tent, a man at home in the wild. He works on a piece of wood, perhaps making repairs or a new tool. Cooking on a small stove is a challenge of efficiency and skill. Sharing a fire with a companion creates a bond that words cannot. His journey is nearing its end. He prepares to leave the woods behind. He stands on the shore, looking back one last time. His boat floats, waiting to take him back to the world he left. He takes one last cast, a final farewell to the lake. The weather turns as if nature itself is sad to see him go. He puts on his yellow raincoat, a bright shield against the elements. He walks away from the water, back towards the road. He stands on the pavement, a man caught between two worlds. The man in the yellow raincoat is not the same man who arrived. He carries the silence of the forest with him. If you enjoyed this, please like and share this video. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the THUY Survival Life channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.